Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. That's weird. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be something in front of the loading screen there. At least for not W3 Arena, NetEase games, but we'll just ignore that. This is going to be first game of this WC3 here from the Faith Cup number 2. This is still Group A, so I'm getting it slowly, but yeah, I haven't waited a week this time around, mainly because I have to actually take out my wisdom teeth on Monday, so I'm gonna try and get a couple of series down by then. Obviously this one will be tonight, so yeah, this is gonna be between WFZ, the teal undead player in the top right. He'll be facing off against Lawliet, the yellow Night Elf player in the top left. The map is on Echo Isles once again. We have been on this map quite a lot recently, actually. Very consistently we have been seeing this map in pretty much all the series so far, I think. Anyway, we are gonna have a ghoul opening here for WFZ. He is pretty much playing standard so far against the Night Elf matchup. He is going to send an aggressive ghoul to scout around, possibly try and aggro the camp, maybe. It might be a little too late for that. So he'll probably just go after a couple of wisps, and yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Demon Hunter out for Lawliet, and Death Knight out for WFZ. Okay, Tomb of Relics should be timed. It's a little early compared to the Death Knight, but it shouldn't matter too much. I'm trying to be very conscious with my volume right now. It is rather late at night, but I've set it on OBS where it ignores my mic if I am below a certain threshold, so yeah, keeping that in mind, but it shouldn't matter too much. Creeping out at the mercenary camp here, Archer will be utilizing the lightning shield that was cast by this renegade wizard, and it should be easy as pie for Lawliet. He surely has done plenty of this over the years, and he might actually get a couple of wisps in the progress. Nope, one is going to go right into a moonwell there to try and just prevent any unnecessary deaths. However, this does kind of screw with Lawliet's Ancient of War. Those wisps are supposed to be used for repair, but it seems like the Demon Hunter takes matters to his own hands, and he'll just go ahead and tank that bit of damage. Ancient of War will inevitably fall. The experience did go over to DK, but of course it is not too great of experience gain right there. Anyway, Shadow Priest is hired, and it is looking like he is going to die. Actually no, DK actually got himself under the aura, so he'll most likely not be able to finish the job unless the moonwells are not going to be used. Well, that's the last bit of moonwell, but Shadow Priest might actually get killed. We'll see. A couple of ghouls transitioning over to maybe go for an all-in here. I mean, I say all-in, but it's not like WFZ is actually foregoing any sort of tech or economic advantage. Shadow Priest is indeed gonna fall. The ghoul might actually follow suit as well, since no Death Core to heal that guy up, and well, it's not like the Death Knight's actually gonna commit to just blocking that Demon Hunter, so easy kill for both sides. A Dust Appearance is gonna be used, and here we go with mainly the reason why undead players will go for mass ghouls. It's generally because Night Elves, in my opinion at least, are pretty vulnerable to these kind of attacks early on, especially if they lose their Ancient of War, which Lawliet did unfortunately, and of course his Demon Hunter is level 2, doesn't seem like he has any signs of having immolation, so it's extremely difficult to actually fend this off. Lawliet is going to lose a couple of moonwells in the progress here. No Hunter Soul means no possibility of any Ancient Protectors, and I have no idea if the Ancient of War is being replaced or not. This is going to be moonwell number 2 getting taken down. Troll Berserker is going to utilize the last bit of mana right there, and Death Knight is doing fairly well trying to just zone these particular units away, prevent them from actually defending. Wisp is going to get a pretty nice detonation off on those skeletons, but yeah, the damage has pretty much been dealt. That is going to be nearly all the Moonwells taken down. I believe that is currently all the Moonwells destroyed. This one will be the first one to be renewed, and Demon Hunter somehow got himself surrounded by those ghouls. He is going to try and break through the wall here, but nice substitution by WFZ, and is going to TP quite late. In fact, I am surprised he actually held on to that TP scroll for very long, because exactly this could just happen. He could get surrounded once again, or he can just take as much damage as possible, and then who knows, maybe the Death Knight might finish him off. So back at WFZ's base, we have tier 2 just completed, Graveyard is underway, and we should most likely be seeing that transition into Crypt Fiends. But by the looks of it, this doesn't look too great for our Night Elf player. He is fairly low on supply, 16 so far, and he is capped at 20. He will be able to complete 2 more Moonwells, however, so always nice and dandy. Unfortunately, I did have to spend a lot of resources to replace those particular buildings, and as Demon Hunter might be in fact trouble here, we'll be able to utilize those Moonwells, but it will be daytime very soon, and he won't be able to use them for long. First Ancient of Law was placed down, but is currently being attacked by the Death Knight. Ghouls are going after the Moonwell there, but the Panda shows up, and he is going to give a level 1 Breath of Fire. Not going to do too much damage. They're going to go to the Unholy Aura range, and hopefully try and mitigate the damage that was dealt by the Panda there. You can see, even though it is level 1, it will eventually stack up. Unfortunately, will the Panda have the mana to keep doing it? I don't know. He only has 1 left. And, oh wow, I did not realize the Death Knight hit level 2, but somehow he did. I guess with all these buildings getting killed off, he was actually able to get that 2nd level, and that will mean additional death coils to heal up these ghouls. Sadly, he didn't actually save every single ghoul, of course. He can only death coil one once in a while, but it seems like Lawliet was able to fend this attack off for now. Ancient of Law unfortunately was forced to get cancelled there, but 2 more will come right away.
A player's forces are under attack.
Over at WFZ's side, he's looking really good. I mean, ignoring the fact that he didn't get harassed at all this game, he is looking very close to just reaching his final build. That will be Destroyers and a most likely powerful Lich. We'll have to see about that. Do we have any Crypt Fiends out? We have 1. Kind of surprised on that number so far. He might be just saving resources for those Destroyers, but I was honestly expecting more so far, but doesn't really have any. He is starting his production on those statues, and yeah, expect to see Destroyers from him. Double Ancient of Laws does mean Dryads will be pumped out initially. They will pretty good against those Destroyers, in fact. Which is why I thought that Crypt Fiends would have been at least a decent number by now, maybe 3 or 4, but he's probably just banking on those ghouls who have survived the initial attacks. And yep, you did see Frenzy is being upgraded, so able to make those ghouls a lot better in the late game, attack faster, and yeah, move faster, I think. Alright, contesting the same camp here. Unfortunately, we only have 3 units for the yellow side, so he is forced to run away. For now, I'm pretty sure he should run away, but he is kind of risking it because his 2 heroes are pretty tanky and they can actually afford to take some damage. Ogre Magi does drop the item, but it is... I think it's not a particularly powerful item. Can't remember if it's consumable or if it was just a standard. It is just going to be a consumable. Scroll of the Beast does get picked up by the Panda. I'm actually not sure who actually picked up the experience, but nevertheless, Scroll of the Beast not too useful on the Night Elf side since they already have their Druid of Claws, but that could always be sold for additional gold. Seems like Undead is going to go for an attack after picking up their 3rd hero, which is going to be the Night Sea Witch. A very good finisher, in fact. Will she have picked up Forked Lightning or Frost Arrows? Seems like Frost Arrows was picked up first and will be used to try and oppress these retreating units here. Obviously not able to affect those Dryads, but the two heroes are the main targets, and the demon actually gets taken down. That is surprising. I don't know why. He was so far up without having any health pots or anything like that. I already used the preservation staff, and that is going to be a very quick GG for the yellow Night Elf player, Lawliet. So that was interesting. Don't know where it all crumbled for Lawliet. It might have been when he lost his Ancient of War. That's probably it. Maybe putting a point into evasion that early on was a little risky, who knows, but nevertheless WFZ played very, very well, and yeah, we'll go into game 2.